earth would you want to buy an older home when there's so much new construction out there? Stay tuned, keep watching, because that's the question we're going to look to answer in today's episode of Zenith Land Real Estate. So how old is older? FNMA estimates that the average age of a home in the United States is 37 years old. And in some parts of the country, that estimate rises to 50 to 60 years old. In our market, what do I mean by an older home? Well, probably 40 to 80 years old. Interestingly, some of the most popular neighborhoods in this market are made up almost entirely of homes that are in that older home age range. What makes those neighborhoods popular? And why would anybody buy a home that going in, they know needs some work? There are actually several reasons. In Perry, for example, location is a huge factor. There is so much going on in downtown that for buyers, the idea of walking or taking a golf cart to community events or just going out to dinner or for coffee has a ton of appeal for those buyers. And Perry actually has become very golf cart friendly and has made quite an impact on where buyers are looking for homes. Because being able to buy a home that is close to everything really drives buyers towards these older established neighborhoods and older homes. Now, I just said the word established, and yes, that's how these neighborhoods feel to buyers. They have brick homes a lot of the times. The homes are located on large lots. They've got mature trees and landscaping, and they feel permanent. And that has a lot of appeal to buyers these days. Price is another factor. In the first quarter of this year, there was a 60% difference in the price of new construction versus these older homes. And in our interest rate environment, that is certainly attractive to buyers. And then you can't discount character, because older homes have a hominess factor that you can't duplicate in new construction. Now granted, much of the time these homes don't have a floor plan that's open or the latest appliances and the latest conveniences that you do find in new builds. But they can offer plenty of opportunities for buyers to make the house their own. But realistically, older homes often need updating and they need upgrades. And sometimes those upgrades are to appliances and HVAC systems and roofs, and that can be costly. And based on conversations with buyers, that's probably the biggest drawback to purchasing an older home. There are loan products available that directly address the purchase and renovation of a home, and they provide affordable paths for buyers that are knowing they're going to have to do a reno. Fannie Mae, for example, has a product called the Homestyle program, and that offers buyers some great options for purchasing and renovating a home with one loan. There are certain requirements for qualifying for it, of course, but those requirements are much like qualifying for any other conforming loan. Using a purchase and reno loan such as this, and there are others out on the market, means that for the buyer, they only have one loan application and they only have one set of closing costs. You've got to be educated about the property. You've got to be educated and realistic about the options available for renovation. And you've got to be realistic about the associated cost. But if you're satisfied with those details and you see using a loan such as this as a viable path to buying one of these older homes in sought-after neighborhoods, make sure that you work with a lender that is experienced in these types of mortgage products. Most importantly, as a buyer, you shouldn't be discounting the possibility of purchasing an older home. Instead, you need to think of it as an opportunity to get a great value at a manageable cost and a way to have a house that reflects your personality. Now, unfortunately, in our market, the inventory is very slim with these older homes. So perhaps a good topic to talk about is the other side of the coin. How to sell an older home in a market that is filled with new construction. So stay tuned for that. As for today's video, if you want more information on the FNMA Homestyle program, send a quick email to info@Zenith Land Real Estate and put Reno loan information in the subject line. I'll send you a brief outline of this particular program that you can then discuss in depth with your lender. Keep watching the Zenith Land Real Estate channel and make sure to send topics on real estate that you'd like to be addressed.